England is a country of traditions. One of them is a special attitude to animals. In England, they say, "Love me, love my dog." Probably the same words can be said about cats. But what about horses? What does the word horse mean in England? The dog may be man's best friend, but it was the horse that built civilization.
An overstatement? Perhaps not. The human history without horses would have been quite different. Just think about the main events in the history, and almost everywhere alongside with the footprints of people, you'll find hoofprints of the horse. The first horses were used to pull carts. Horse riders and cavalry appeared much later. It took people many years to learn how to ride. They had nobody around to teach them. Besides, they had to invent reins and saddles. Some horses became internationally famous. For example, Bucephalus of Alexander the Great was the most famous stallion of the ancient world. Marengo belonged to Napoleon, although that stallion was only one of many horses used by Napoleon. During his career, Marengo became famous after the Battle of Waterloo, when he was captured and taken to England.
Horses have played an important role in human history, and besides, they have given a lot of expressions to the English language. Here are some of them, and I should begin with the Trojan horse that is known in many languages. It comes from the story about the War of Troy. The Greeks couldn't conquer the city of Troy, so they pretended to be living, but they left a huge wooden horse on the seashore. The Trojans thought it was a gift and took it into the city. At night, the Greek soldiers hidden inside the horse crept out and opened the gates of Troy. The city fell.
After you worked hard, you may eat like a horse. That means to eat a huge amount of food. If you are not sure what you can expect from a person and think that he or she can surprise you, you can call this person a dark horse. You say, "Hold your horses," if you want someone to be patient, or to wait and listen to what you are saying. Don't pull the cart before the horse means that you shouldn't do things in the wrong order. Think first and then act. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth means that you should accept a present and say thank you instead of examining it carefully and criticizing it. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Means that something is impossible. You may lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink. Means that you can give somebody the opportunity to do something, but you cannot force him to do it if he doesn't want to. A horse, my kingdom for a horse, is a phrase from Shakespeare's play Richard III. It is often used humorously when someone needs something badly. Even though people usually connect horses with all the wars of our past, the ordinary work horse may have had the biggest impact on human history. The ancient horses were too light and small to compete with oxen in pulling large loads, but people managed to breed strong and heavy horses to carry goods and carry out different tasks. Certainly, horses can be no match for modern engines. However, even now we use the term horsepower, coined by the English scientist and engineer James Watt, to measure how powerful any engine is. This term demonstrates the respect the horses have earned. People quickly realized that the horse could be used for entertainment. Horse races were popular in ancient Greece and they are no less popular now. Quite a few people take part in horse races, hunting on horseback, and play polo. Many people learn to ride just for fun, and many more enjoy watching different horse events. Polo is a game in which two teams of players riding on horses try to hit a ball into a goal using long wooden hammers. Polo originally came from Asia, and in Britain it is now popular mainly with rich people, including members of the British royal family. Horse racing is often called the sport of kings, and the term can be no better suited than to Ascot races. The Royal Ascot dates back to 1711, when it was founded by Queen Anne. Situated in Berkshire, just 6 miles from Windsor Castle, Ascot Racecourse is owned by the Crown Estate and hosts one of the world's most famous and exclusive race meetings. The Royal Ascot is held each June and attended by Elizabeth II and other members of the British royal family, arriving each day in a horse-drawn carriage with the royal procession. Over 300,000 people visit Berkshire during Royal Ascot Week. You should attend the Royal Ascot, where the creams of Great Britain meet to enjoy the competition and where ladies demonstrate extremely original hats of famous fashion designers. So in Ascot, 2 competitions take part.
beats. Speed up. I have never been so keyed up. Any second now, they'll begin to run. Hark, the bell is ringing, they are springing forward. Look, it has begun. What a frenzied moment that was! Didn't they maintain an exhausting pace? 'Twas a thrilling, absolutely chilling running of the Ascot opening race.
Though their glorious days may be in the past, horses continue to attract us. They capture our imagination and our hearts. The old relationship that has made the horse one of our most valued and fascinating animal partners is still here.